MK, and I'm here with another mixed media mayhem recipe for you guys today. I am also following along with Color Craze with Janet Fritz, and I'm following along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and today's sketch is by Rebecca Lockhart Scraps, which is one of our mixed media gals. So, woohoo! Lots of fun stuff. So here is the color combination that I am pulling from today. I am also going to be using this sketch, and I have the recipe wrote off to the side. So it is metal or metallic, multiple photos, and ink. So I am definitely not scared of either of those. Here are some of the metal pieces that I will be using. They're monocles by Tim Holtz. I had another pack and I ended up using them. I usually take the jump ring out so that way they are nice and thin. And then I also pulled out these uber old metal pieces. They're 3 little tabs and then one whole, almost like a label type of thing. So I'm going to be pulling those out as well. I have 3 photos of my very first retreat with these fabulous ladies, and I've been friends with them ever since. For my ink, I'm going to be using chipped sapphire to try and pull out some blue from my layout. So I also have this acrylic collection that I find very hard to use. It's from the Aurora collection by Close to My Heart from a few years ago, and it definitely matches right in between the blue and the green, the darker green on this color palette. I did bring in some pink because we have pink in our shirts, but I want it to be an undertone. Like I want it to be in the background because I really don't have a lot of pink, but I'm pulling my green from my from the shrubbery that is behind us, so I don't pull in a whole lot of green. I also pulled in some white cardstock in case I want to map my photos in white first before putting them on my background paper. Now, I don't know which one is going to be my background paper, but the first thing I thought of when I brought in this color palette, or when we chose this color palette, was this Aurora paper from Close to My Heart. I also love the blue on the background, which matches a lot better than the Aurora paper, because I felt like in some of that area where the blue is on that, I don't know, cloud, it definitely had a little bit of purple in it. At least that's what I saw when I first printed this out, so that's what I had in my brain. I also pulled out this Asuka paper that I told you guys I bought a bunch of those because I love them. And then to bring in a little bit more green and, like I said, a little bit of that purple, I'm going to be bringing in that this eucalyptus paper from 49 and Market, and I'm sharing with you guys where I felt like I saw the purple over there, but it must have been my printer when I printed it that took away the purple, or maybe I was imagining it. I'm not really sure. So I am going to be turning Rebecca's layout because all of my photos are on the horizontal, and I'm just trying to figure out which paper I want to use for my background and which one I want to use for the photo mat. Now it's probably definitely going to be the Aurora paper as my photo mat, and then again this beautiful watercolor paper, pre-printed by the way, is going to be my background because it already had all the colors in it. It was absolutely perfect, and I love the fact that, well, I think I've used it twice now for pool photos, and then now I'm using it as, you know, just representation of a mixed media background, because that is what Rebecca did in her sketch. So I'm also going to figure out which one of these photos has the best background, because I really wanted to see the mountains in the background peeking out from behind the shrubbery. So I'm going to decide which photo gets their legs chopped off, and it's going to be this one here. And I'm cutting all of the photos down to the exact same size, which I think is 3.5 by 5. And so then I will, or maybe it's a little less, 3.5 by 3.25, so that way I can get it up to 5 inches, I think is where I'm headed with this. So, and I'm going to have a double mat for my photo, so that way I can do a little bit of grunge if I want to on one of the mats, but I definitely felt like my photos needed that white border before I stuck them on this dark purple border or this dark blue border. But I could have sworn there was purple. That's why I picked that chip sapphire, because I thought that it matched for some weird reason. I could have sworn I saw that. All right, so I'm going to cut down my little white border just a little bit more. I don't want it to be too seen, and it doesn't look like I'm going to do any distressing on these at all, which is unlike me, but I'm definitely going to embrace it because it's just one of those photos. It's a nice, sweet photo. Like I said, it's the photo that started it all with my friendship with all of these ladies. I feel like I still talk to each and every one of them, if not on Facebook. I do it in Messenger. We do it on a Zoom, those types of things. So I definitely feel like I still have a connection to all of these gals, one way or another, some more than others. I have to say that this was my very, 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 very first retreat with Janet Fritz, and I met her, and we basically decided that day, the very first day, that we were going to be friends, and it was an amazing beginning, to be honest. So I definitely am very grateful for this particular retreat. So I loved it, absolutely loved it. All right, so now that I've got my photo mats going on and my layout ready to go, it's pretty much, oh, I'm so sorry, bless me, pretty much easy from here. Like I said, my mixed media is already done for me, so I don't really have to worry about any of that. I am using some packaging, some old chipboard packaging as my lifter upper, my dimensionals, because of the fact that I felt like I needed to. I really felt like I should not throw any of these away, because why not? They're the perfect dimension. And I'm already adding, well, I'm not adding any of them to my layout now, but they are the perfect dimension that they're not too much and they're not too little, basically. So yeah, why not use them? All right, so I'm going to take this pink sticker, thicker, and it sticks to the packaging more than it sticks to my layout. That is so funny. But I'm going to take it, and I'm actually this is the one I want to use. It's called Thankful, or it says Thankful, but I'm going to test what I want to do on the word blessings. And that is basically take my ink and change it into that purpley blue that I thought was in the inspiration cloud. And then I'm going to take my ink again and change the pink flowers that I got from Scrapbook Addicts and turn them into that purpley blue as well. And then, like I said, I really wanted that pink undertone. I didn't want it to be the star of my show, but I definitely wanted it to be there because of the pink that is in our shirt. It's a hot pink. I'm not going to lie, those shirts. And needless to say, this is the only time I wore that shirt. I'm sorry, girls. I really am, but they were pink. Like really pink. But they were awesome. I think they were designed by Janet Fritz, to be honest, if I remember correctly. And then she also designed some flair to go with. So that was pretty cool. All right, so I'm just taking off the little ringlets for the monocles, and then I'm picking out which metal tabs, and I'm going to pull out that always sign. It's going to be part of my title, and then I'm picking out all of the triangular bits for my layout. I pulled out that camera too, but I end up forgetting about it, and then don't find a spot for it. So I'm going to do It's Always Thankful, because I'm always thankful for meeting new people and having the courage to meet new people. That I know that I'm old, and I shouldn't be scared of making new friends, but it is awfully scary. It really is. So I am always thankful that I can still function in a crowd. As weird as that sounds, it definitely. I'm an introvert, to say the least. You guys, I don't mind making friends online. I don't mind making friends through YouTube and things like that. But when it comes to meeting people and being in huge crowds, I don't do huge crowds. I feel sorry for my kids because we don't do theme parks and things like that. I don't mind the zoo because not everybody's in a hurry to go stand in a line type of deal. But yeah, theme parks and whatnots with lots of people, I just can't do it, in all honesty. And so this is very scary to me, to meet a large group like this. And then the next one that I went to, I believe, was even larger. So yeah, and I've already scrapbooked those photos. I don't know why I missed these ones. I did scrapbook my outing when I went outside and walked around the property. I did scrapbook that. But for some reason, I don't know how these pictures got missed, and how I did not get these ones. But I do know that these pictures showed up in one of the gals that went to this retreat. It showed up in her feed as a memory, and she reshared it, saying how much she wants to go to a retreat and she, misses all of us and whatnot. But we've got things going on in our lives that don't allow us to do stuff like that, which is understandable. However, I borrowed the pictures from that, wondering why didn't I get those pictures? It was just weird. All right, so I've added my metal always to my layout, and then I added my 3 monocles, which I just like because it's just one of those interesting additions to a layout. There's no story. Nobody, yes, people wore glasses, but nobody wore, a singular glass, nothing like that. So it's just something that I really wanted to add as a different element to my layout, a circular bit per se. And then I forgot about the tab of our story. So I totally spaced that, but it's like I really wanted it to say our origin story of our friendship, but our story will work. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my my triangles. And this is where I forget about my camera. And I think I have a geotag too that's not going to make it, or maybe it does make it. I don't really remember now, because I really like the way that it looks. Now, Rebecca's original sketch had the flowers coming into the photos, and I really didn't think that was going to work for me. For one, I don't know how to bring them into the layout. Especially the elements that I had. I basically just, introverted her layout and brought the flowers coming from the center out. So anyways, call it a cheat if you guys want. That's totally understandable. I'll take it. But I just felt like this was better for my photos, having the flowers go out to the corners rather than bringing them from the corners in. I just really didn't know how I was going to make that all work with what I had going on. All right, to finish off my monocles, I'm going to add a butterfly into each one, again, bringing in that purpley blue that I could have sworn was in my color combination. I mean, that was the whole basis of this. And of course, I'm bringing in the purpley blue dots that went with it as well. Because like I said, that's where I built my whole layout from, was that purpley blue, assuming it was in that color combination, but clearly it wasn't. So I misinterpreted it. I don't know where I got it from, but this is my color combination that I ended up with. I think it's a pretty close match. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that it takes my pictures and almost turns it to a purpley pink rather than a bright neon pink that it was. So I like that helping hand. I like the idea that I can take my pink letters, my words, and turn them into a different color. I love that as well. So anyways, that is my layout for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have down below. I have 2 for Mixed Media Mayhem. If you guys are a member of the Mixed Media Mayhem Facebook group, you can go and check out the one link that just takes you straight to the album for this particular recipe, or you can click on the Facebook group and go be a member of our Facebook group. And then the same thing with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. One is for the Facebook group, so you guys can go be a member. And then the other one is for the album, so you guys can go straight to this particular sketch and see everybody that is playing along with this sketch for, well, it's not for today. I think it's I don't know. Did I do day 20 and it actually is day 20? That would be interesting if I did that, because I've been mixing them around a little bit. So anyways, yes, that is it. And then also too, don't forget Janet Fritz to go see how she actually used her color combination, which I'm pretty sure is the correct color combination. And she didn't mistake her blue for a purple like I did. All right, you guys, thank you again for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I will check you all later. Bye.